suspensions to this point this year versus last. There have been 19 counting the preseason. Last year at this point,
there were
only 3. I don't know how much money. It's close to $2 million. 1.8 million, I think.
Campbell's suspending guys again. Deja vu.
Clarence
all over
and
again.
Foley. What do you think? It seems like a rash that won't go away.
A rash that won't go away. Let me tell you something. Everybody said, well, they're suspending them and they're still doing it. You think if I'm going to whack you, oh, I better not. I'm going to get suspended. It's there. It's the lack of respect. As Sather said, next week I'm going to talk on it. There is absolutely no respect for one another right now.
What do you think of Zednik's stick on Markov? 4 games enough?
Let me tell you something. I have not seen that where a guy reached around and literally whacked. I've seen this and I've seen that, but I've never seen a guy in cool anger go like that. The only one I've seen before that was Alfie Samuelson did it on Pierre Mondu, and you people Canadians remember that. He had a breakaway. He reached around and he hit him in the eye, flicked him like that, and that was the end of Mondu.
But do you think 4 games is enough?
4, I'd like to give him 8.
You would?
I would. When a guy does that, whack a guy like that in the face, he meant to cut him.
Ty Domi got 8 for the sucker punch on Olaf Samuelson. What do you think Matt Johnson's going to get? Do you think that's tougher?
Ooh, 8 at least. I don't understand Matt Johnson. He's such a big, tough guy. Why go up and nail him from behind? And you get hit with a glove, boy, that really does something to you.
Why do you think it is, though, that guys don't fight because of the instigator penalty, and yet you're saying that players won't do things with the risk of suspension?
You see what happened? You went out. Beukeboom slew-footed a guy right off and never got it, so Johnson took the law in his own hands, but he should have turned around and said, let's go. You don't nail a guy in the back of the head.
It's like Kugos, fighting a bad name again.
That's it.
Kings come back 3-on-3. Here's big Matt Johnson. Thought about the shot, redirected shot, and a save by Cucciari as Johnson just flattened one of the Rangers behind the net. Looked like it went Beukeboom down, and now everybody getting together, and Johnson is firing right hands.
Well, I'll tell you, Book is just laying there. He hasn't moved his hand.
And Malhotra's signaling to the trainer to get him on the ice. This might be serious.
I think Matt really popped Book from the side when he wasn't watching. And Book's a tough guy. He's laying there with his hands haven't moved. He's hurt.
Back in Los Angeles, Steve Levy, Barry Melrose with 7:21 to play in the third. The Rangers a 4-1 lead, but that's not what Jeff Beukeboom is thinking about right now. He's thinking about the right-handed sucker punch he just took from Matt Johnson.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen one of those in a long time, maybe since the old Philly-Boston days, but Book could just clear the puck. He's not looking. That's what makes this thing so hard. And Matt just comes in and suckers him from the side. Book is out cold right there.
Wow.
Doesn't know where he is. Matt got a 5-minute match penalty, but the league will review this. At Nazarov, we just saw, got 7 games. I got to think you're looking at least 5. I'll be very surprised if it's not at least 5 and maybe even 10, because that is intent to injury. Didn't use it.
Time show, Stu Grimson. You were happy, and this is a nice.
All right, you kids out there, I'm not telling you to fight, but if you do fight and you get a guy down, you don't hit a guy when he's down. He's fighting the shoe here. I watched this after about 5 beers. I was watching this late at night. But watch this here. He gets the guy down, Vishu down. He could really cork him, and he lets it go. Now, if you ever do see that? He could have really nailed him there. You kids don't ever do that.
And then there was a big melee.
Melee?
Yes. And
are we going to show it?
Well, he might. It involved Olaf lzig, who was the best man at Byron DaFoe's wedding.
Yes.
Now, here we go.
Oh, we're going to show it? Now watch this.
Real pure sixer here between these two best friends.
Now watch, they keep going. He comes in. They grab one another. Now watch, DaFoe's there. He pulls them off. See if you can see them laughing here, because they were best men. This one was going pretty. This was
Tenorti and Baumgartner.
Ooh,
not that I'm condoning
No, I know you're not. But watch this here. Hunter was there first. It was 2. Are we going to see the goalies? Anyhow, they were laughing. 2 guys on 1. Ruby was down. I tell you, it was really something going on there. But the 2 goalies were letting on. They were laughing at one another.
Yeah.
The other guys weren't laughing because Hunter and DaFoe were going at the start, and that's what jumped in.
And Berube on Don Sweeney, and that's Pat Burns and Ron Wilson. That was a very spirited affair tonight. There's no doubt about it.
Spirited is right.
Byron DaFoe and Olaf lzig, they're best friends. But when DaFoe is the friend, you can see how the little pearly whites are going. And Pat Burns didn't like it, he and Ron Wilson, with this bisexual relationship.